Hi everyone, and welcome to episode number 17 of my knitting journal. Today I'm going to talk about some finished objects. I'm going to talk about my whips and some new acquisitions that I've gotten in the last little bit. It's been about a month, I think, since I've uploaded a video, and I feel like I have been knitting a ton, and I've had a bunch of projects I've been trying to finish. Sadly, some of them got sent out before I could show them on here. But I had a minute today and I thought I'd show you some of my new things. So one thing that I don't have is I did finish, I think I showed it maybe in my last video, but I did a color study blanket. If I didn't post it on here, then it's on my Instagram, which is Chelseafknits. And I did a color study blanket, which pattern was from Pearl Soho. And that was a gift from my brother who just got married. So I think it turned out really well. I used Spud and Chloe yarn and just different neutrals. There was like dark gray, light gray, navy, a tan. But yeah, I liked how it turned out, but it did take a long time. So his wedding was this last weekend. So I was hoping I would have gotten a video last week so I could show it to you, but it was a really nice simple pattern. You just kind of change between different colors. It's all garter stitch, which is simple and big needles, and I enjoyed it. So if you're looking for a blanket, a simple blanket for a present, and it probably makes like a lap-sized blanket that you would use on the couch or something. So that's my number one finished object. I don't have to show you. Let's see. I'll show you my kids' things first. So, oh, I forgot what pattern this is called. Hold on, let me go with my Ravelry. Oh, okay. So this pattern is called Snow is Falling Junior, and it's by Melissa Kemmerer, something like that. Melissa K Designs, I think is her Instagram. So Snow is Falling Junior. You can look it up on Ravelry. So this is one for my son. So probably a couple months ago, she had this pattern for free. I think right now it is $4 on Ravelry to buy and use. It's a very nice, simple pattern. I'll show you the other side. I kind of messed up tying a thing together, and it's a little bit bumpy right there. I really love how it turned out, and it was so easy. And it's knit on like 8s and 6s, so it goes pretty fast. But can you see the snowflakes? So I did my son's in a dark gray, and then the snowflakes are light gray. And this is just yarn I had, so it was a nice project to do, and I didn't have to spend money on buying yarn. That's my goal for the next while, is just to use up yarn I have for projects. I also knit my daughter one, and I posted some pictures, I think on Instagram, of her, and hers is navy blue with purple snowflakes. It's a little bit masculine looking since it's such a dark blue on her, but I think it's pretty. And the purple is pretty pale, so I kind of wish I did a more girly sweater, but I think generally I like it. So my goal, maybe this weekend, since they're both done now, I did hers first and I just finished his yesterday. My goal is to get some cute pictures of them. I probably knit them each a size. Actually, his fits him pretty well. I kind of try to go bigger than they are. So he's 5, but he wears like size 7 clothes. So I knit him the size 8, I think. My daughter's upstairs talking. It's alright, I have a little bit of a cold. I can't see the sizes on here. But I think I knit her the 4 and him the 8. Hers is a little long, but I think it'll be good because I think it'll fit her nice next year. And she's 3, but they're really tall kids. Like she wears size 4 clothes. So I kind of just went with her clothing size. I didn't look at all the measurements and stuff. I kind of just knit them. But if you're looking for a kid sweater, and this is knit in like DK yarn, so it's our worsted weight. I just kind of used what I had. I'm not sure if this yarn is exactly DK or worsted, but and same with hers. What was my point? But it's a nice sweater. And those snowflakes, I know that looks really crazy, but it's only, I think the chart for this is like 10 or 11 rows, so such a small part of the pattern, and it's really easy. And I think I did an okay job, like, I don't know what that's called, changing colors. I think I did okay. So that is, so now my other finished objects, number 2 and 3. So, and then my last one is another pattern by Melissa, This one I did a test knit for, and the pattern just got uploaded on Ravelry I think yesterday, and it's called Angel in My Pocket. And Melissa has a very touching story, just so sad, especially being a mother myself, about her daughter who passed away. And this sweater is made in her, sorry, fuzz is all over it, was made in her memory, or the pattern she made. Next time I'll wear this sweater while I do it. So it's called Angel by Pocket, and the sweater has a little pocket, and she includes different charts. And I did a heart, which I think I posted pictures on Ravelry of my heart before I sewed my pocket, but it's hard to see. She also I don't know, she also, like, you could do the little, so you could put an angel. She has an angel, she has a heart. It's something else, I think. I don't know. It's hard to see the heart. But you could actually do it in a different color, so I think that's kind of fun because then you could, like, see it a little bit more. But it was a nice test knit. It's kind of like a little bit wider neck. And I've worn this once, and so it probably needs to be, like, I don't know what. But I used blue skin yarns. This is the yarn. This is really light pale blue. The only thing, and it's like seed stitch. Her pattern has a lot of seed stitch. Instead of ribbed, it's seed stitch on the bottom and on the neck. And then it was just like a simple a little bit of short rows for the beginning. Maybe next podcast I'll wear it. But this yarn is so soft. I think I do need to invest in a gleaner, because I've only worn this once. You can see all the pills already forming on it. So I'll put that on my knitting wish list. Anyway, so her pattern was just released a couple days ago, Angel in My Pocket, and then she also has a children's version, which I think is called Angel in My, or like Tiny Angel in My Pocket. I think that's her children's size one. Again, a really easy basic pattern. It is fingering weight yarn, so I think I use size 3 needles for a lot of it, maybe 3s and 4s or 2s and 3s, one or the other. And this yarn is very, I guess I am a little concerned how it's going to stretch. Like, is this sweater just going to get bigger and bigger? Because I feel like, I don't know, maybe my gauge was a tiny bit off. I'm still learning, guys, especially with sweaters and fingering weight and gauge. I'm not perfect yet. But I enjoyed this test knit for her, and I think I did a good job. I think it looks like a sweater, which is the goal, right? Next time I'll be better and I'll wear this. I'm just gonna keep going today. The Angel in My Pocket, cute little pocket down on the bottom, and it's on Ravelry. You can check out my Ravelry Chelseafknits, and I think I actually just got an email from her on Ravelry, and I think on her project page, let's look it up. I think on her project page, if you go to Angel in My Pocket, there you go. I think, like, I'm a featured project. So you, like, click on the project, and then, I mean, there's only 4 of us, and I think we're test knitters, but I think I am one of the featured ones, which I think is fun for me. I enjoy doing test knits and just getting my name out there more in the knitting world. Not that I'm, like, looking for, like, fame. It's not really it, but I just, like, enjoy being part of this community, and so I think it's fun for me to like, work with more designers. And I think it's also fun how, like, projects get popular between different people, and I like following other knitters and seeing what they're knitting, and makes me excited to knit new things. So it was fun to do another test knit. I think I probably will, for a while there, like, I did one test, this is my second test knit. I was, like, looking for so many test knits constantly. That's hard because then you have to, like, either have the yarn. My stash isn't huge right now because my spending money for yarn is not that high. So I feel like you have to have either, like, a big stash where you can just grab the yarn that you already have, or you have to go out and spend the money. And, like, a sweater's worth of yarn is $100 or so, and so I just don't always have that. But I do have lots of yarn and projects I want to do that I've bought for in the last year or two. So that's kind of my focus right now, is to do that. But, I forgot one other thing that I did. I don't have this either. Autumn and indigo yarn. Here, I'll show you some of our yarn. Oh man, I haven't even opened it. Here, I'll show you that. Autumn and indigo. Can you see that? Or is it backwards? Autumn and indigo fibers a little while ago. I'm not sure if I think I was already following her on Instagram. She, look good up if you haven't followed her. Her yarn is really pretty, and I really love the weight of her sock yarn. Sorry. So she posted on her Ravelry, or on her Instagram, sorry, that she was about to have like a trunk show, and she needed help knitting a sample. Yeah, a sample, that's what it's called. So I was like, it was a good deal. Like, I probably would have just did a sample because I'm crazy and like not have expected anything in return, but like it was nice, really nice getting something in return from her. So she posted that she needed a sample knit, and it was like 2 weeks. It was really short, like the turnaround time was so crazy. And also it was like she had to mail it to me, so that takes like 3 days. I think she even mailed it like priority, no, is that priority? Yeah, first class, not first class, but priority. So I think she even mailed it priority, so it got to me in like 2 days after we had emailed, which was like we emailed a day and then she shipped it the next day. And so I got it within 3 days of her posting it, but so I think I was like down to like 10 days or I don't know, something crazy. So the pattern that I knit with hers, and I posted some pictures on Instagram, Chelseafknits. I posted some pictures on Instagram of it. Chelseafknits, I'm losing my mind. Of the shawl that I knit. So the shawl that I knit was called Time Trades. Let me make sure I'm right. By Boyland. Let's see, Time Trades. I think that's a Caitlin Hunter. Make sure I was the right one. Yeah. So I knit the Time Trades shawl by Boyland Knitworks, or Caitlin Hunter, same person or same thing. And I knit that in autumn and indigo yarns, and it's like lots of like blacks to gray to like pinks, and you go from like doing mini skeins to using like full skeins like this. I think it's like 5 mini skeins and then 2 full skeins of yarn. That's it for the shawl. And I think Autumn Indigo, her name's Claire, I think she like sells kits for it if you go on her website. But she has lots of fun yarn, and so I knitted it for her, mailed it back. I think she got it like the day before her thing. I didn't block it because it would have had to like dry for another 24 hours. And she was like, I'll just block it right when I get it, and then I'll stick it in my car and it'll dry. And then she took it to her show. So I think she liked it. I think I did an okay job. It was a fun shawl to knit. And I would like to own one of the, like, you know, I would like to do that pattern again sometime. But you know, when you've like made one thing, like it would have to be a while before I could knit that same exact thing again. Like I knit these sweaters for my son and my daughter, the snowflake ones, and I was thinking about knitting one for my niece, but I was like, mentally I can't knit that again. I mean, it's time consuming. Like I spent enough time on it to like do the same exact pattern a third time in a row would have been painful. So that Time Trade shawl, I think also since I had to knit it so fast, it was a lot. But luckily, Stranger Things had just come out on Netflix, so I watched Stranger Things with my husband while I knit it up really fast for her. But I did it. So she got it, and then she sent me some nice spending money to her shop, or like a coupon. And I played around for a long time looking at her yarn and brainstorming what I can make, and then looking at my stash and like what could I use with some of my stash and then get a little bit more of hers. Like I just really wanted to do the Zweig, I don't know how you say it, the new sweater by Caitlin Hunter, which is like a solid, and then you just use one lace color in the front. There's a lace panel in the front, so you just need like the main color and then one skein of yarn for that. And I had like I have a bunch of random skeins that I think, like I thought I was gonna do the eyeball shawl, but I think now, and I bought all this yarn for it, but now I'm kind of like, I don't really want to make that anymore, which I'm fine with. So anyway, what is my point? So I was trying to use my stash and see like if I use my stash and I bought just a little bit of her yarn here and there, like how many things could I get out of it? And I had some stuff in my cart, and I was like gonna wait and buy it when I had I babysit a little girl, so I was like, well, when I get my babysitting money, I can buy this yarn, you know, because her thing was going to cover most of all my yarn, but like, I was probably like, I don't know. I was trying to be good because it's Christmas and we're spending lots of money on other stuff. Anyway, but then she posted on Instagram maybe a week or two ago, and she posted these colors. And so these four, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 colors, and I just like fell in love. And I've really been wanting to make a Sunset Highway. And so this is my Sunset Highway yarn, and I really love it. It reminds me of, if you follow, I'm gonna open it up. If anyone follows Vita Lifestyle, and I was kind of going for that look. She has, because Autumn Indigo has some nice yellowish gold colors and grays in her stock yarn. Let me take this out. So I was kind of going for that look. Like, I really kind of liked her, the yellow and the gray and blue, I think, which is like similar to what this is. That she did her Sunset Highway. And Autumn and Indigo had some similar colors. But then when I went to buy it, they weren't available, so then I kind of like was, you know, doing other stuff. But when she posted these 4 colors together, I was like, that is like a perfect mix. I really love it. So this will be my main colors, my new, and some of these are new colors. I'm not sure which ones, but if you follow her on Instagram and you see the picture of these 4 colors, she'll tell you which one. She just came out with some new colorways recently. So this is called Juliet. And this will be my main color for, like, you know, the body. And hers is 75 merino and 25% nylon. And it's just like a white with orange and some pink and green and a little bit of yellow speckles. So that's Juliet. And then this blue, which is so pretty, is called Jaded, and it has some green in it. Jaded. It's really fun. I like it. And then this pretty color is mostly just like a tonal, no speckles, and it's called Loma, L-O-M-A-H, Loma, maybe. I really love that color. I think it'll look pretty on me. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sick. And then this one is called Sedona, S-E-D-O-N-A. And then this one's really cool. It's like gray with some purple and some blue. So I think it kind of pulls everything together. Of these 3, I don't know which one will be my main color, I guess, or like, you know, the main dark. I think this one will probably be it, and then these will be my, like, contrast. You know how the Sunset Highway has, like, the dark gray or whatever? I think this will be that, and then these 2 will be my fun ones. So that's my next thing. I'm excited. I have a So Faded sweater on my needles in Hedgehog, but I think I'm gonna not care about that one right now, and I think I'm gonna do this next. Or maybe I'll finish my So Faded. I don't know. Let me know what I should do. I used to be such a person that just like finished one whole thing completely before I started something else, but now I'm kind of like skipping around, and it's fun. It's fun to knit just what you want, so I see why people do that. But I really also like, I'm a little OCD or something, so I like to finish stuff. So yes. So should I start my So Faded or finish my So Faded, get another easier sweater before I have to do color work sweater before I start this? Maybe I should, just so I have another sweater in my skills. I don't know what the word is. Okay, and then question for if you've made a, I'm sorry, my throat hurts. If you've made a Sunset Highway, did you do the pattern on the elbows or did you bring it down here? I've seen it both ways, and I like it both ways. And sometimes I'll see one and I'm like, oh, I really like how she put it here. And then sometimes I see it, I'm like, no, I don't like it. Like, I think it makes sense it's on the elbows. So let me know what your opinion is, if you've made one and which way you've made it. Did you leave the pattern on the elbows like she wrote it, or did you bring it down here? I think I'm gonna leave it on the elbows, is what I've decided. But I really like Vita's Lifestyle. I think she put hers down here, and I really like that look too. So I probably won't decide right until I'm doing the sleeves. And then, question number 2. When you make your things, like I was reading her, she has this little note she puts in it. So this is my body of my yarn. I mean, and these look really similar, but should I go back and forth between the 2 skeins while I knit the body of my sweater after I do the color work, just to help it look more even? Or did I just finish one and then use the other? So that's my 2 questions. Where did you put your pattern on your Sunset Highway for the sleeves, on the elbows or wrists? And 2, should I go back and forth between these to make sure it's not funny looking? I don't know. So really excited for that acquisition. I was going to do my acquisitions last, but I guess I'll do my next one. And then I have one more that I don't think I've shared. And then this was really fun for me. One of my good friends, oh, my daughter ruined this. One of my good friends went to Amsterdam with her husband and son like a while ago. I just haven't posted this. Maybe in October she went. And she went to, and this is a friend who I'm teaching her how to knit right now. Like she was knitting a baby blanket, but I think she kind of stopped doing that, and now she's knitting a hat. But she's still knitting Liv Michaels yarns because she's a beginner and she's like figuring it out. I told her she should buy something for herself, but she didn't. And I told her she could buy me whatever, and I gave her some brands. And so this is what she bought me, which I'm excited because I don't think you can get it. I don't know if anyone sells this over here. This is Undercover Otter yarn is the brand, and it's 100% superwash merino singles. And this is the colorway she got me. Let's see if it has a name. Yarns and fibers from Amsterdam. Maybe it's Quigley is the color. I have no idea what the colorway is, but it's really fun. Hot pink, green, mostly hot pink, green, and purple. Isn't that fun? This would be fun. So I thought about using this for the Zweig or whatever it's called. Maybe if I got a green. You know, I was like looking when I was trying to decide what to buy at Alderman and to go for like a solid color I could get to make this into a Zweig. I don't know. But I was like, oh, there's so many colors in it and they're so bright. Or maybe a dark purple. Dark purple. I kind of like doing like a gray. Like some people are doing grays of pops of colors, but maybe a dark purple would be pretty. Or dark green. Or I don't know. So I think that's what I might use that for, but I might also change my mind. And I don't know when I'll knit that. And then she gave me this little mini, which kind of matches. I thought if I did use this for my Zweig, this would be fun to do like on my cast off or like the edge of my sweater and maybe on my sleeves. Maybe not the neck, maybe like the edge of the sleeves and the edge of the bottom. And I don't know what this one is from. My daughter stole the bag and unwrapped everything. So I lost this. So I'm not sure if this is Undercover Otter or a different brand. But just a really fun hot pink. And this was the cute little bag. It came in, had a sticker. So yeah, so that's my acquisitions. I'm really jealous of her, but I'm also super happy that she went and bought me some yarn in Amsterdam. I have too much yarn. Okay, guys, too much. And not enough time to get through it. But I guess that's a good problem. Maybe I really want to become more monogamous in my knitting again. Because I don't know if you can tell, I feel like a little bit stressed because I'm like, oh, I have so many things I want to knit. And I have so much yarn upstairs under my bed and in my little cedar chest. So I want to get through my yarn. So maybe that should be my 2018 goal. See how long I can go before I buy yarn. I don't know. At least for like myself. I knit lots of friends' baby things. And so if I have to buy yarn to make a baby project, I'll give myself that. But for myself, could I make it through the whole year? Because I seriously have that sweater. I guess if I want to do this, like I might need some more yarn. I have stuff to make. I have my So Faded. I have woolen boon to make. I thought I was going to make the Garter Goodness shawl because I really like that shawl. I'm getting really like into sweaters. So I have 4 skeins of the woolen boon. So I'm like, maybe I should just make that into a sweater. But I really like that shawl. So I think I might do that. I have his other 3 colors that could be a shawl. I have sock yarn. I have lots of random yarn. So I have a hat pattern, the Babel sheep pattern. I have that. So I do really have lots of options for knitting. I have yarn to make my daughter's sweaters. My daughter a sweater. I only have one daughter. So I do have a lot of options of knitting yarn to use. So maybe I should hold off. See how many months I can make it without buying yarn. Anyway, So that is that. I have a friend from high school who lives somewhat close by to me, and she just had twin girls. So I just started last night after I finished my son's sweater. I'm making her a little baby sweater. So this will be one baby, pink, and then it's just Michael's yarn, guys. And then I'm making this pattern. I really love this pattern. It's just like a little leaf sweater, and I may or may not make the hat. I'll show you the hat. It's just I like this one, the little beanie of the leaf. And then so this one baby will get pink, and then I think the other baby, she's putting in like a green, kind of like that. Sorry, it's noisy downstairs. My house is listening. So I haven't bought the other color, but this is the pattern book. I probably have shared this before, but really it's one of my favorite baby patterns. They're really simple. So that will get made into a baby sweater and probably a hat, because look at that ball of yarn. So that's what I'm working on right now. Nothing too fun. And yes, acrylic yarn, sometimes that's just better for presents, because you don't have to feel like you spend a lot of money, or, you know, have to worry about them shrinking it. And then, like I said, I went to a wedding this weekend, and also I had some friends over to knit. So my one friend who went to Amsterdam with me, she is learning how to knit, and I have a couple other friends that knit or crochet. And when they came over to knit a couple weeks ago, I was like, I want to not work. I was knitting my son's sweater, and I wanted to work on something that was just like new and fun. So I started, I should see, tell you what it's called first. Projects. So I started making the Flying Fringe by Beata, Hedgehog Fibers person. And I really like it. So this is my bottom, and it's like a rectangle shape. But you kind of start like this, and then it goes like you increase and decrease, and you just fade. And I'm knitting it. It's marled, so you're using two different colors together, held together, a fingering weight yarn. And I'm knitting on size 6. And it's really simple. And you just change your color on one side, because then on the same side you'll tie your fringe on. And her patterns are all free on her website, and they're on Ravelry too. So I have some yarn from that sample. Then I have lots of this yarn is Primrose, and it's from my Find Your Fade. And then I have some that I made. This is Cheshire Cat yarn, and then some of my light blue sweater yarn from my Angel in My Pocket is in this too. I'm about to change colors. And I have inside here just all my leftovers from knitting different things. And I think these are really fun. I really like just like colorful stuff. So I think I really like these ones that you can use your scraps with. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I think I'm gonna like knit some more shawls and sweaters, and then just keep this bag. This will probably be my scrap bag. So next I'm gonna go to this color, and then we'll probably do some of this blue and some purples, and I'm just gonna knit scraps for a while. I think it's fun. And then she also has another one out that's really similar, and I also like love it, and I think I might knit it because it's just garter, and it's like relaxing. I think going in between this and like with a sweater, I think this will be really relaxing and nice for me. So the other one that she has that I have queued up is called All My Stitches, and it's pretty much it's a different shape. It's more of a triangle. This is really like a rectangle shape. All My Stitches is the triangle shape, but it's like the same thing, just like a marled scarf shawl thing, but not this one has fringe, that one doesn't. But this is on my queue too. And you can kind of like start it, and then if you don't have enough, go work on a sweater, and then when you have scraps from your sweater, come back and use this. So kind of like a memory thing. Anyway, so that's finished objects, my acquisitions, and my queue, or my what is it called? My whips. So Sunset Highway is #1 on my queue right now. And then I have the tutu top. I think I'm gonna knit that for my daughter, and I think I'm gonna like scrap that one too. I have lots of this alpaca yarn that I might go like make a striped tutu top sweater for her. Then I have all my stitches. If I finish this one, I could do another scrap one. I queued up the Beginner's Brioche Hat by Lavanya. I think it's pretty chunky, super bulky. I don't really have a super bulky yarn, so I might not make that one yet. I have the Good Morning Dress, which is the little girl's dress from Pickles, or Anna and Heidi Pickles. That one's really cute. Garner Goodness, I have that one. I really like that one. Lulu, I don't know, Lilou by Caitlin Hunter. It's a hat with like a lot of color work on it. I still have my yarn for the Shusui Shrug by Suzanne Summer. I really should get that one knit. I queued up the Kobuk. Guys, I don't know how to say any of these. Kobuk hat by Caitlin Hunter. What else have I queued? I have the Zweig queued, but I would need more yarn for that. I have the Granito by, how do you say her name? Joji, Hohoi, something like that. And I'm keep thinking if I should use my Woolen Boon. I have 4 skeins of Woolen Boon. If I should make that a faded Granito, or like Christy Glass did, or if I should make the Garter Goodness shawl with the pom-poms. I queued the Comfort Fade Cardi by Andrea Mowry. I really like that. And Vita Lifestyle saw some really pretty kits for that. If I can knit all my yarn, maybe I can buy some more. I saw the Camaro by Tanis Lavelle. I really think that one's a pretty sweater. The Weekender by Andrea Mowry. That one's really pretty. The Nillik whatever Swancho by Caitlin Hunter. Caitlin Hunter Swancho with color work. That one is so pretty, but I need lots of yarn. Frosted Sprinkles by Victoria Ida, which is the Vita Lifestyle dyer. It's just like a super bulky cabled hat. And what else did I queue? I queued the Jelly Roll Sweater by Mara Catherine Breener. Sorry if I'm messing up everyone's names, but I think that one's fun. And she used Primrose yarn. I love Primrose yarn. That one, I think it's a cool sweater. So that is on my queue. I only have 27 things queued, which makes me feel happy. But I do have in my projects, let's see how many projects I have. 2 projects I haven't finished yet. This thing I'm wearing, and then my So Faded. So anyway, that is my knitting for the day. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So probably, I don't know, I really want to start this one. But I might do this, and then maybe I'll finish my So Faded, and then maybe I'll go to that sweater. Just relax. This one's really relaxing to knit. So I've knit a lot of sweaters lately, so I think I probably will do this next after I finish those baby sweaters. And then I'll finish a sweater or start a new sweater. Let's look up The Angel in My Pocket. Check out that pattern. It's on Ravelry, and really read her story. It's really touching, and my picture's up there by my yellow door on Thanksgiving Day. I have to say, I wore this shirt underneath the sweater when I took the picture, and I thought, like, in my mind, I thought it was gonna look one way, but I'll have to take another picture because I don't really love the picture. I don't really love how it fits. But you know, you look at a picture of yourself and you're like, ugh. But other people might be like, oh, that looks really nice. My husband was like, oh, you like really made something. Like, yeah, I really made something. But he's like, but you made like a shirt. I'm like, yeah, I can make stuff. Anyway, it's funny. And there's a really sweet picture of her little daughter who passed away that she is remembering by her knitting. So give her some love. I wanted to look. I think if you go to patterns, like in the favorites, designs that Ravelers are looking at today. So top 20. Let's see if she's in the top 20. I think she was. Maybe she's not anymore. Angel in My Pocket. Is she up here? No, I guess she was at one point, maybe a couple days ago when it first came out, because it was like the first day. She was. But so funny, I will look at these things, like the top 20, and I'll like go through them. I'm like, no offense to all those people in the top 20, but they're not usually things I would want to make. I don't know. Some of them are. I think when a pattern comes out. I know, like, I was listening to some interview by Andrea Mowry, and I guess her thing was in the top 20 for, like, a really long time. But I'm, like, looking at this, like, I Am Groot cardigan. Let's look at that. What's that? Sorry, I need to end this video. It's just going too long. But lots of these things, I one day went through all the top 20. I'm like, nope. Actually, this is the coolest sweater. It's called I Am Groot, Guardian of the Galaxy by Mary Annarella. Oh, it's a really pretty sweater. Anyway, so maybe the top 20 stuff is pretty good. But I know her thing was in the top 20 at some point. It's not today. So happy Thursday. It's Thursday, December 14th. 11 more days to Christmas. I am done knitting those sweaters for Christmas. I'm not gifting them as Christmas, but I just wanted them done so they could wear them during the holiday season in the winter, snowflakes. I need to stop talking. So I hope you can finish your knitting or just relax of some knitting, do a Christmas project for someone, and happy December. Merry Christmas in case I don't make another video this month.